My grandpa's farm had always been his pride. Tucked at the edge of a quiet rural town, it was where he spent decades growing crops, tending to animals, and living in peace. But when the HOA committee from a nearby development tried to expand their control into his land, things turned ugly. They argued his barns were an eyesore, his tractors too noisy, and his farm dogs a nuisance. Grandpa, a stubborn veteran with a spine of steel, refused to bend. One afternoon, as he was fixing a fence near the pasture, several HOA members stormed onto his property, shouting at him to tear down unsightly structures. Words escalated into shoving, and one of them grabbed his arm. Grandpa, though older, stood his ground. But the real shock came seconds later. From behind the barn, 3 massive Belgian Malinois, his retired military K9s, emerged, hackles raised, eyes locked on the intruders. Trained for combat, loyal beyond measure, they moved like shadows of discipline and power. The HOA members froze, their arrogance melting into fear as the dogs growled low, circling with precision. Grandpa didn't even need to give a command. The dogs positioned themselves in perfect formation, one guarding him directly, the other 2 flanking. "You boys picked the wrong farm," Grandpa said, his voice steady. The intruders tried to act tough at first, but the sight of those K9s, muscular, scarred from service, and brimming with silent threat, shattered their bravado. One man stumbled backward, hands raised, while another muttered, "Those aren't pets, they're soldiers." The truth was, they were exactly that. Grandpa had adopted them after their tours, giving them a peaceful retirement. But even in retirement, their training never left them. When one HOA member lunged again, Grandpa gave a single sharp whistle. Instantly, the lead Malinois lunged forward, not to bite, but to slam its weight into the man's chest, knocking him flat. The others backed off immediately, their courage gone. Grandpa stood tall, his dogs at his side, as the HOA members retreated, muttering threats but visibly shaken. For the first time in a long while, Grandpa smiled. His farm wasn't just protected by fences or old rifles. It was guarded by warriors who owed him nothing but gave him everything.